Alrighty, there we go. I like that I got uh the audio path on the screen because I can always tell if I'm going live. But it is St. Patty's Day and happy St. Patrick's Day. Happy Green Day, happy Leprechaun Day. Whatever you do on this day, it's not even technically an Irish day. The United States created this. And we make every holiday way more fun. That's all I got. That's all I got to say about St. Patrick's Day. We turn every holiday into a drinking holiday, and we like to give gifts, except on St. Patrick's Day. It's usually a day where we're more or less just partaking in the suds. So turning rivers green, all those wonderful, cool things. So welcome. I'm on for a short period of time because we have a little bit of a get together to go and do. So I've got to be out of here promptly at 5 o'clock. So pardon me there. I just got to double check to make sure everything's running. But yeah, I've been on my spring break, and because of that, I've had. There we go. Perfect. Everything's going good. So I've had more time on my hands, but like today, you'd think that I'd just go out and fly, but that's just not the case. Actually, today I had to do work in my yard. So yes, there are things more important, I'm guessing, than the stuff that we do here at times. I'm trying to find my list. Ooh, that looks good. Sometimes you get some really cool photographs that show up. And when I go out of town, I like to look at cool things like that. That is sweets. That is a window full of sweets. Oh, that looks so good. But that was our trip to Poland. So there we go. There's my wife and my daughter in Krakow, Poland. That was such a good trip. She is in New Zealand right now. And you're saying, well, New Zealand, what's there? Well, first of all, XJet is there. So if you want to complain about the drone industry, you can go to New Zealand and hang out with XJet. That would actually be kind of cool, actually. I wanted to see if I could find any more stuff that she'd been. I'm trying to think of the coolest thing I've seen. It's right there. There we go. There's a beer right there, and because St. Patrick's Day was yesterday for those guys, so they are a day ahead, and looked like they were partaking in some drinks, and so I would just it was kind of fun. Little bit of music, little live music there. So laid back. It's island time. When you're on island time, here's another cool thing. I'm going to show you one more cool thing. Proud dad. Proud dad. Proud dad. Proud dad moment right there. All right. Yeah, she was a gymnast for about 4 years when she was little, and then all the way up till she was in high school. And she can do all kinds of cool stuff like that. Then I made her into an athlete for a while. She had to do high school athletics. And I got to be her coach a little bit there, coach dad. I got to coach her in track. And I got to coach her I didn't get to coach her in volleyball, but I did my best. But she was a high jumper and a long jumper. So that was kind of fun. Those were fun days. Now I'm just the dad. Now I'm just drone dad. But one of the things I want to talk about today is a company. Now, this is actually something I ran into, and maybe some of you guys have run into, because if you looked at my live stream thumbnail, okay, I'm gonna put up here. I'm gonna change that thumbnail out because I've got a new one. Here, let me just change that out right there. I just want to put the one that I have on there just so you can see what's in my mind, what's on my mind. Okay, that right there. Okay, so let me make that a little bit smaller right there. And the question was that I was thinking about today was the 250 gram rule. Okay, will it remain the rule? Okay, not that I care that anybody's Irish. So maybe I should have gotten on earlier. I would have gotten some of my English folks, because do you know that Saint Patrick was English and not Irish? And I think the English know that, and they're like, "Oh, we know that, and we like to drink anyway. So the hell with whether it's English or Irish, we don't really care." East Coast Thrills, how you doing? South Florida, how you doing? I'm kind of here. I haven't been looking for guys. I exploded my on the chat. So and what I usually do is this chat is usually recorded, and a lot of people watch the replay of this specific stream. So I kind of cater to who's here. So East Coast, I appreciate you being on. I had to go and pop out my chat really quick there. So welcome to the Dad Random Friday stream. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about today, not just about facts about St. Patrick's Day being not anything like what we made it into. No, I do actually have a couple facts. One was St. Patrick was English. Two, St. Patrick's favorite color was not green, but blue. St. Patrick, the whole corned beef thing actually started out in the United States. It didn't start out in Europe anywhere. And traditionally, St. Patrick's Day was not a day you got stinking drunk. It was a day you abstained from drinking. It was actually kind of a layman's holiday. So anyway, thought I'd throw some of those little factoids out at you. I do have a couple of things that are interesting that you might be interested in that I thought was kind of I thought it would be an interesting play. So besides talking about the 250 gram rule, and I want to talk about Walkera today a little bit, Walkera. And the reason why I want to talk about Walkera is that a lot of these drone companies are going through a crisis of identity because they don't really know whether they want to. Hey, Throttle Therapy, how you doing? Okay. Hey, by the way, if you guys have not checked here, let's check this out. If you have not checked my latest little post here, let me put it up. I'm really proud of this post. So let me see if I can get. Let me go to the reels, my reels. And here, I'm gonna stop this, but let me just put this reel up for you really quick. I'm gonna share this really fast. Hey, there's actually, quite interesting enough, really quick before I get to the reels even. This right here is the bird in question, the bird of prey. I did some modifications to it. I didn't go all out, and I was gonna put these little bad boys on, these right here, because I'm trying to stabilize my camera. And what I ended up doing, before I go over to let me flip over to my side screen. I'm just doing a quick flip over. That's my display capture. And that's the different display. That's my OpenAI display. Let me just switch it over here really quick. I just got to change it over in properties. Here, I just got to move it over to the other Dell. Ooh, not that one. Wrong Dell. That one right there. That little video right there. And you got to understand that I have been trying for quite a while to stabilize this bird. Okay, so let me just flip over back over to this bird here. But this is the long range. I call it the Kai 2 because Kai pretty much put it together. He got the print for this. I've been just experimenting with different. You see how mushy this is now. You see how mushy this is. I'm actually thinking about reprinting this one more time with a little bit more mushiness. I think this is only 40% infill though. But and what we've been trying to, and you notice that I've got an ND filter on there too. I mistakenly put the ND on last night when I filmed the video clip I'm going to show you. And then we'll get over to the Walkera stuff. But I put new props on it, and we were trying to figure out why I was getting this small amount of jitter and jello. We also messed around a lot with the frequency in the ESC. So the PWM frequency, we did some adjustments. We got this thing cranked up all the way to the top for the PWM. And what it does is I think it gives you a little bit more gooiness to your flight, but that's okay when you're trying to do this kind of stuff. And I ended up putting the 720 battery, high voltage battery, so it was really light. And we got some pretty good footage. We got some really good footage. I was looking through the whole entire thing, so I was hoping that the part that turned out really good would be the part with the most visual impact, and that's what happened. I really only lost just a small amount of jittery footage, and it was really windy. So I think we fixed it. Okay. I think are East Coast. Let me just moderate you really quick. Let's see, is moderator, and welcome Drone Syndrome. Hey, how you doing? I actually want to talk about the Walkera a little bit today. I only got so much time today, but really quick, I want to cater to my FPV friends. But let me just go over to the. Let me just buzz back over to the screen share really quick. So this is footage. This is footage that I did. Wow, that's cutting the bottom of that off. That's interesting. Huh. Oh, wow, that is here. Let me increase the size of that really quick. I don't know what I did. I thought I had that fit in there. We will get it fit in there now. Okay, so this is the footage that I'm talking about. And like I said, the biggest problem with the O3 is that the gyro in the camera is super sensitive. I didn't take it apart. I didn't do any tweaking of the lens. You had people that said that. But the other suggestion by Mads Tech was the PWM frequency. So we started at 24, we went to 48, and then I think we're at 96 or something like that. But this is what I ended up getting yesterday. And this was actually really windy. So, and I'm keep the sound off. Look at that. Look at how buttery smooth that turned out. And there's a teeny bit of stuff in there, but it's not enough. And if it wasn't windy, I would have been able to knock this right out of the park. I am flying into probably about a 8 to 10 mile an hour headwind. So I am cranking this little probably 300 gram bird with no camera. This is all unit O3 footage. So this is all O3 footage that has been stabilized in gyroflow. So, and obviously I've got the full version of this, and I'm really happy with how that turned out. The 4K imagery that I pulled from this is just out, lights out good. There you go. There's a little flicker right there. But when I flip over and I come backwards, when I start this direction, I'm flying with the wind. And look at the flag down there. You see the flag on the golf course? That flag is just fluttering, stretched right out. Now I'm just being carried with the wind. But I'm very, very happy with the results of that. I can live with this. If that's what the O3 air unit is going to give me, I'll take that all day long. I mean, that I didn't hardly do anything to that footage. So I thought that would be kind of cool. So for you guys to check out, I did that. And then I did another one on YouTube. The YouTube one is, I think the color is a little bit better or more natural. I don't remember. But so let me just flip over here until I find that stuff that I need. But so yeah, East Coast. So South Florida, you are so welcome. Hey, Mountaineer FPV, how you doing? It says, hey, how did the CNHL 1800 has been really good. I flew with that before I flew those flights. I didn't like with the CNHL 1800 battery. It's about 318 grams. I did a weight on it, but it flies really well. You get the full 100. It's 120 C punch with that, with the 6S. And I would have had footage with that, but I made another camera mistake. When I turned on my Action 2 and when I mounted it, I didn't switch it over. You're supposed to switch it over to 4x3 or 3x4, and you're supposed to, and I didn't have it in 4K 60. So it didn't record gyro data, and I got it done. And I'm like, dang it. So it was not stabilized. That's the worst. If it was just rock steady, I'd be probably sitting with footage, but I was going to do footage with the big dog, because I ripped that entire golf course with the 6-inch, and I didn't get footage. So I'm very happy though with what happened with that. But yes, so very good battery. I think I paid $24 or $25, $26 for it. They call it the Flying Pizza, and it's very good. It's a heavy battery. That's all I got to say. But it's 1800 mAh. I mean, I did not fly it until it was I'm trying to think. I've got it to 6.7 volts maybe. So I had a bunch of gas in the tank. I was having problems with some problems with my O1, my V1 goggles. So I think I'm switching out of the V1s and I'm going to go to the V2s. So all of my gear all of my drones are going to be switched over to V2, the V2 goggles. The V1s are just not giving me good quality range. I'm not getting, it might be the antennas I got with the V1s. I believe I've got the hack going. I've got the 1200 milliwatt hack, but I'm getting really crappy video or connectivity, and I have no idea what the problem is. So I'm going to switch over. I'm going to switch gears. And I've kind of traditionally had problems with Mr. Croc. Maybe I just need to get an O3 air unit for Mr. Croc and just move him over. And that probably would, for $200, I could turn Mr. Croc into an O3 bird. And that's probably what I should do. So, but the batteries are great. Okay. He's got 10 of those. Yeah. You can't beat, because you got to equate that battery to other things that you fly. I'll give you a great example. The battery that's in the FPV, okay, the big fat battery that's in the DJI FPV is about, I can't remember what the mAh is for that. What was in that? It's roughly the same size battery, and you get about the same amount of flight time. But I think with the CNHL, you can get a little bit more. I can't remember the weight, so I'm actually going to, Actually, Mountaineer, I think that would be a good example for what the FPV battery weighs, because we're looking at, you know, and plus the FPV, I think the DJI FPV isn't 6S. I don't think it's 6S. I think it's just 4S. It's been a while since I flew it, so, but yeah, it is good. So for $26, I have it down in it's in my garage right now with Mr. Croc. He's down there too, because like I said, I just flew it yesterday. And when I brought him up, I was taking footage off of him. So, but I'm very happy. I've got success there. I don't know if I'm going to change anything. Another thing that was very interesting, I'm kind of a share with you guys for being here today. Check this out. Believe it or not, they make a Yagi antenna extender for the goggles too. And I put these on and I flew with them, and then I proceeded to take them back off. They're supposed to be 5.8 gigahertz, and I think these are frauds. I don't know, but they actually come in a box just like this. I would definitely go with the Sky Zones, or the better versions, the Crystal Sky or whatever. But I just thought it would be kind of fun. But that's Yagi single booster for goggles too. They really don't need them, I was like, interesting. If anything, it hurt my distance or my range, and I have no problem with just the regular antennas. I'm out about 4,000 feet, 3,000 to 4,000 feet distance, so just under a mile, and I'm doing loop-de-loops over the golf course, a totally empty golf course, and it's just beautiful. By the way, you saw that footage, and I don't need those things. I really don't. That's about as far as I'll go anyway, because I'm always worried about return flight when it comes to FPV batteries. I'm like, oh my gosh, the last thing I want to do is milk out an FPV flight. I usually go out to my furthest range. I get my shots that I want from the highest point, and then I work my way back. And then you look for things to do on your way back. As you're going out, you go, okay, that looks cool, that looks cool, that looks cool. I'll make sure I circle that and make sure I'll go through that. And then, but you're working your way back towards yourself, as opposed to, going out and doing a bunch of crazy stuff and then go, oh my gosh, my battery's near dead, So, I'm doing a little Walkera store search right now. There it is. That's what I'm looking for. I found it. Okay. Now, I'm going to share this with you because I want with the amount of time I have, I want to talk a little bit about the 250 gram minis that are coming out, because there's a ton of them. Every single drone company right now is going to come out with their mini bird, and they're all going to be competing against one another. And Walkera actually came out with one. I only saw one reviewer flying it, and it is a disaster, because none of the app functions work right now. I think they're just exploring what people think of it in their hands. But the bird is basically, here it says here it is. It's called the Walkera F210. Now, there's a couple of versions of it. There's a FPVs, because these guys, I think a lot of these companies don't know whether. Now now Walkera makes a 3D bird, where you basically are, you can fly in 3 dimensions. You can fly sideways in all different directions. But they're also messing around with this. Now, this is on their main page. Let me just show you this. Let me do a little screen share here. It's this thing right here. And you'll notice that it has a motion controller. It doesn't have a typical controller. It has the same controller that the Skydio drone has. And it has a little thumbstick. It has 3 pre-positioned buttons and a little video. You see the little video screen in there. Let me drag this over a little bit so you can see it from that side over there. There you go. But you see that? You see that controller? And now this looks kind of like the drone. The one that I saw, it's supposed to be a 3-axis drone. But this isn't. I found more, and I've seen other names for it. But right now, this is their other stuff. Because right now they don't have much on their site. Right here. It says new, called Walkera T210 tracking drone. So here it is right here. And they've got a $600 price tag on it. So let me just kind of, now it looks a lot like the Spark. If you look at it, it has a Sparkish look to it. It does have collapsible props, but this is supposed to be, I believe, there's no reviews or nothing. I believe it's supposed to be a 250. Let me just double check. But I saw this. I saw one reviewer with this, only one. And they were very frustrated because none of the functions worked. And he got one that did not have the controller. And a lot of these companies are just they're throwing these products out just to see what people are going to do with them. Now this one, and a lot of these companies are putting out these products that are they're not well tested. They're doing what DJI did when the Mini first came out, which was to put out a product without a full, basically we were beta testers with it. And I think Walkera, which, was a big name. It had been a big name in the drone space. It says smart voice controller. So it's supposed to have voice. And then I think it has, like I said, it has the motion controller, just like the DJI Bird. This one actually is very interesting, but it's in the, hey, Grumpy, I got to say hi to some of you guys. Let's see. We got, it's an East Coast throttle therapy in the house. Throttle. Oh, that's Dan. That's Drone Worship. Hey, how you doing? Drone Worship. Danny boy. Sorry about that. Took me a second. Okay. Dan, little, I know you don't want to hear advice from me, but put your channel back up. Just put Drone Worship back up. That's just Drone Worship, okay? It's kind of, you gave me this lecture a long time ago, and you basically said, people don't like change. And when you change up, they get irritated, okay? So I think your drone stuff needs to be Drone Worship. So if you want to take your channel that was Drone Worship, you got that as your motor channel now, which is really doing well. Take your other channel, turn it back into Drone Worship, okay, or something like that. Something that because we'll watch it. Do some drone stuff, okay? Okay, I know you're doing your motorcycle thing, but put it on the Drone Worship channel, okay? And then get back and, show us your FPV skills and go. I know it gets boring after a while, okay? Everything gets boring. Okay, but if I can change, you can change. And I'm taking some of the this is the old X-Lite, I'm doing some stuff different and treading on some new water here and there. But anyway, just that's it. That's all I gotta say, man. Drone Worship. We liked it that way. People recognize you that way. They like the edginess from Drone Worship. The annoyance part of Drone Worship they still like. I mean, remember, Okay. But I am way more apt to click on drone worship because of habit. I'm like, oh hey, drone worship's on. What's he doing? Is he just doing because he used to do the vlogs and but maybe you can have a resurrection of the drone worship channel. Okay. I would give it a shot. What do you got? That's how you built your reputation. Okay. And then just bring it to a about right there. Okay. You were up here, just get it right there. All right. That's my opinion, which means nothing. Let's see. This guy shows his Walkera 210 with the standard remote. Yeah, now that remote, I'm trying to think of what that remote reminds me. It actually looks pretty good. But is this claim? Does Drone Syndrome? Does this claim to be a sub 250? I'm just looking there. See, there's the app right there, but you can't. Oh, this one actually, when they were using this idea, this one was you can fly it with your phone, in close proximity. I think that was just like when the Spark was out, and then they've got the motion controller. Like, I'm kind of interested in that motion controller idea. As much as people have not like got onto the motion controller for the AVATA, I'm not afraid to fly with it. So if they created a motion controller and or a regular controller option, I would be interested in that. Looks like a brick. Yes, it does look like a brick. But the problem is that it's the size of it. Remember when we looked at the Spark at first, it was all battery. To get 31 minutes, you got to have a battery and maybe this was something that was being developed before the 250 thing. They thought that they were going to be able to make it work. And, Walkera, holy crap. If you look at the bottom, look at this down here. Look at the bottom of their screen there, copyright 2017. So that's never good, but this is new. This is new on there. And I would never, ever buy it because they have no reviews on it. So Goggle 4 new. Anyway, a lot of these companies they do not know who they are. What's this? This is the Rodeo 110. Hold on. I just gotta, that's another name I've seen on here. I'm just looking here. Yes. It looks like a flying brick. Oh, so this is just these are their little birds that they fly, their little racing birds. But anyway, Walkera, once again, used to be a name brand. Now there's their F210. Now, what did they call it there? Hey, Jerome, let's see. Yes, and they also claim to have a Hasselblad camera. Yes, I think you've seen that. Let's look at this. Let's look at this video footage here. Hold on here. Let's turn that off. I just want to see something really quick. I'm just going to fast forward into some of this guy's stuff. Let's see. This is a different dude. Yeah, and he's got the controller. What's this? A JFR 900. We got to give him a little bit of kudos here. Yeah, that's the controller that I recognize as well. And he's showing off the box. Does he ever put it in the air? No, he's just, there's a little bit in the back there. Here's a screenshot of the app. I'm just looking at this stuff. We have to. There's going to be a bunch of it coming out. Let's see. Cruise, lock, circle, rise, far away. So that's the shot menu. I'm just looking for some telltales in there. Let's see if this is I'm going to see if it's so this is 4K. So I just want to put it on the highest resolution. Wow, that's not very good either. So I don't know if he didn't. Yeah, I think what happened with there is he didn't he didn't render the video in 4K, because even the worst 4K is going to have more example, but I've seen some cloudy crap like that before. See if I can find some more detail in any of this. Yeah, it can't be the weather either. You can see some smoothness though on the surface of the ground. But but anyway, this is the bird here. This is this Walkera bird. It does look like, you see how the indents are on the arms. You see those big heavy screws? That's not good for weight. DJI would have probably put in aluminum screws. I don't know if these are aluminum, but it does have, that's a sonic sensor there, and that's an optical sensor. Let's see. Build wise, it looks kind of interesting. I'm going to have to watch this guy's video as far as his, yeah, they say it has a Hasselblad camera and stuff, but it looks like a sub 250 build. So I'll have to find out what his stats are, what he's basically drones, 250 gram. So he has a sheet, but that's actually pretty helpful. So if you want to check out, like I said, this guy is, what do we call him? I gotta guys, if I want to use his material here, I've got to give him a name. So this is JFR 900. So this is his little chart. That is a really nice chart. Does he have that thing? Let's see here. I want to see if he's got, let's see if he has the chart. What he needs, the drones. I'll have to look. So he should take that chart and publish that little spreadsheet. That's a very nicely done spreadsheet. But yeah, so we've got material on the way, and I can't even, I mean, this is the worst website ever. I think these guys are on there. It's just called the T210 tracking drone. Let me see if I can find another one here really quick. But this is the one that I found that I thought was pretty interesting. T200, 201, T200, something like that. There it is. This guy is the other one, 210, T210. And he was flying it, but he was flying it in a snowstorm. This person has the remote. Oh boy. We have to always get the commercials here. But this guy's flying with the remote. I wish he'd hold it in his hand. Let's see if he's doing a motion remote here. I think he's just flying it with his thumb. But I'd like to see it hover in front of him. I always like to see the hover footage right there. That's pretty good. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty stable. Going up there pretty nice. But what's this thing going to give us as far as interest? I don't know. I'm just looking at the idea that we've got more of these companies just pumping out these products, and we're going to see a bunch of them. And even DJI, with its reboot of the I guess you could say of the Mini 2, in a 2K model, is still many times a light years ahead of these companies here. But yeah, a lot of faking camera and footage quality. But that little bird that I'm trying out right now, that little Atom, that's pretty damn good footage. It's pretty close to 4K. I'd have to look at the sensor that they're using. They suggest it's a Sony sensor, which would mean it would be real 4K. But I don't doubt it. It's very good. It's got very good contrasty colors. So, he's French random. Oh boy, he actually is probably way better. He's definitely way better than Dad Random. But so we've got this Walkera, um, and then of course we've got the Sea Fly. Let's go over to the Sea Fly. Let's go just look at some Sea Flies footage here. Sea Fly Faith 2. Now this one's coming out already. This one's already out of the box, um, and this one claims to be 4K as well. Looks a lot like doesn't that look like the Autel? Kind of got the Autel shape to it. The Autel Lite, but this is a sub 250. It says it's got 5G Wi-Fi transmission. I always look, my biggest thing is, does it utilize an OTG cable? This one's basically got a 3-axis gimbal on it, right? It says HD photo resolution, 35 minutes of flight time. Who knows what that means? But this one claims 5 kilometers. Usually this number here will give you the system it's using for its transmission. I like it when companies do this, when they show you, like a breakdown of what the motors are. So these are all using a similar type of motor, like the Mini, like the DJI Mini. Now the Faith is not. This is not the first time that this thing's been around. This is I think a third version of the Faith. They did have a Sea Fly like 3-axis gimbal bird. Then the Faith came out because they had their Spark version, and then they had this type of a drone with a little bit less capable. But hey, thank you. Hey, Fly Far and Wide, how you doing? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Hey, happy St. Patty's Day. Let's see, we got to play some St. Patty's Day. That was as good as I can do. I do have music somewhere. I could throw some on, couldn't I? I don't have that much time today. Normally I do. I'll throw on my Epidemic Sound. I've got royalty free music here. Let's see if I can find some. I gotta log in here. Let me see if I can find you some background music for us. Let's see. St. Patty's. Let's see if it'll find me something. That didn't work. You have to be this. Back Highland. That's kind of lame. I think I have a track on here, guys. I'm gonna have a little bit of fun here. It's my golf tracks. Where did I put those? Dreamy Flight. Oh, did I get rid of that playlist? I had a playlist that I put together for when I was flying golf course. And I can't I don't know. I don't know how to search for this because they probably don't have it. Let's see, holiday music. But that'll be Christmas. Yeah, this is all Christmas music. So epic classical Christmas, yeah. They don't have any. At least these guys got, let's see, moods. I'm gonna do one more try. One more check. Let's see. Classical country. No. It's not gonna happen. Christmas drinking songs? Would it be drinking songs? I'm looking at all of their topics now. Latin pop, yeah, they're not going to have Celtic. Would it be Celtic? Chamber. I don't see Celtic on here either. Latin jazz, drinking. What would be a drinking song? I gotta know what a drinking song is. No. Well, that's kind of it. There we go. There we go. I found some. Here you go. I'll put that in the background. That's all I can find. There you go. There's our St. Patty's Day music. I can isolate that too if I needed to, but all right, that's enough of that. Let's get the faith back on. All right, let's finish this puppy out. All righty. Bust out the bagpipes. I know. But that's Scottish, right? That's Scottish music. Type in Irish and epidemic. Okay. All right, I'll type in some Irish. Hey, Grumpy, how you doing, by the way? Irish. Let's see. Irish music. There we go. There it is. I'll find you a good one. I want to find some hoppy. Fisherman's country? That's depressing. Come on. Here we go. There you go. That's what you get. I get reverb here though. Anyway, that's enough of that. We gotta stop that. But time is money here. Hey Jim, how you doing? Happy Leprechaun Day. How you doing? So real quick, okay. I'm just trying to look at the parts of this thing because I've seen so many of these minis. I've just seen so many minis. Camera wise, nothing spectacular. I do like the simplicity of the controller. I do like the fact that they put the phone bracket at the bottom, and it says USB 1. Is this thing going to be another Wi-Fi connector? If this doesn't have an OTG cable, you get problems with that. So I don't see OTG on here. And like you said, it'll be really interesting. Do I think it'll be a decent flying drone? Yeah. This has been around for a while. It's not new. But this version of the drone is new. They usually, the fit and finish of these are usually really good. It says 7 strong resistance equipped. So 7 wind resistance. That means it can eat some, and it's for brushless motors. That's not a feature. Follow me mode. So it says it has tracking. I would say that the tracking issue, the tracking thing would be, especially if it's real tracking, makes them a step above a lot of other drone builders. So it doesn't, it says tracking. So it says follow me, lock at one object. The camera films automatically where it goes. Interesting. Waypoint planning. So 5,000 meters. So basically it's going to be a system a lot like the Parrot. If you remember the Parrot Anafi, it probably is going to have the same type of transmission system. So Wi-Fi not fit for girls. OTG is for girls. Well, you have to have, you don't, well, yeah. And these, if you don't have an OTG connected to your phone, usually the connectivity is garbage. It's hit and miss. Now I've seen some that, I've only seen one system that used Bluetooth to connect to the controller. So it was a Bluetooth connected to the controller, connected to a Wi-Fi amplifier, and those will give you 2 miles. So you can get 2 miles out of a Wi-Fi amplifier. Alrighty, guys, it is time for me to go. I told you I have to get out of here at 5 promptly, so I am out of here. I just wanted to look a little bit at the 250 gram class. We are going to be slammed with these drones. They are going to come out left and right. Bang, bang, bang. 3-axis gimbal, 250 grams. Bang, bang. And it's really important that 20 miles. Yeah, no kidding. That's called crossfire. My distance record is 5 unofficially. I've been 5 miles there and back. That is so far, guys. It takes you days. And you need a 40-minute battery to do a flight like that. So, alrighty, I'm out of here. But thanks for sharing St. Patty's Day with us today. Okay, here, let's put some. I'm trying to put some music on for us to leave on here. There we go. There we go. Alrighty, I'm out of here. Have a good one. Happy St. Patty's Day. Go drink some green beer. And we'll see you guys on Tuesday. We'll see you guys on Tech Tuesday. All right? Don't get suckered into buying any 250 gram drones yet. Unless I've flown it first. Bye.